Welcome back to Championship Court. The crowd filling in nicely here as we get set for our second men's singles semifinal here at the inaugural tournament at the Humana APP Fort Lauderdale Open. The top seed, Chris Haworth, taking on the unseeded Wazir, an unknown quantity here on the APP Tour. And Chad, sometimes that can present problems.
I'll be brutally honest. I've never seen Wazir play. But from what we've heard, he's pretty quick. Has good court coverage, and like we talked about, there's going to be a feeling out process, and yes, there are times where that person steps in and you just have no idea how to play them initially, and then once you play them 2 or 3 times, then that sequence and the understanding comes into it.
Wazir, 21 years old, from Hoffman Estates, Illinois. And when you talk about unknown quantities and there can be a feeling out process in this matchup, it may play right into the hands of Chris Haworth. He's one of the best problem solvers on tour.
That is very true. Haworth makes those adjustments quickly, whether we talk about strategy, we talk about adjustments after a mishit or a mistake. Haworth is very dialed in to his game and to the adjustments that he needs to make.
Big quarterfinal win for Wazir. He took down Ryler to Hart straight games. Game number 1, 19-17. Game number 2, a little bit more straightforward, 15-11. Haworth, meanwhile, has moved through the bracket in orderly fashion. Took down Ronan Cameron in his quarterfinal, 15-5, 15-11. What have you liked from what you've seen of Chris Haworth today?
Well, he's continuing the momentum from 2024, and if anything has gotten better in his game, it's the creation of angles, and we've seen him on the run, especially on the backhand side, just be able to hit ridiculous angles, and the control that he has with the paddle. I think he's coming in here this week, and it's all business. You made a comment that Haworth doesn't seem to be too happy when he was walking out on the court in his quarterfinal. I think he's so dialed in right now because he was all smiles after the win.
He was, and if he told me while we were waiting for his post-match interview that he and his husband moved during the off-season. If I were him, I would just be happy to be out and not dealing with moving. It's always stressful.
Where did they move to?
Just another house within the Oklahoma City area. They had been living in the house he grew up in. They bought his parents' house. His dad's actually with him here in Fort Lauderdale. The first time his dad has had an opportunity to see Haworth play pro pickleball and sees him get the first point here.
Well, Wazir can cover some court, but no way he was going to catch up to that last one from Haworth, going corner to corner. One thing as far as court coverage and speed, it puts the pressure on as far as making your opponent feel like they have to rush and get their shot off.
Easy backhand put away for Wazir.
Haworth, one of those players that does a good job of not allowing himself to rush, but it's going to be interesting to see how this match develops.
Nice placement there from Haworth to tie it up at 2. Typically in this situation, all the pressure is going to be on Haworth. He's the top seed. He's expected to move through to Championship Sunday. Wazir has nothing to lose in this situation.
That's too good there from Haworth.
Backhand pass for the point.
Like we've talked about, very rarely are you going to say, do not hit it to somebody's backhand. But honestly, I would not hit it to Chris Haworth's backhand unless he was fully stretched out.
I mean, in fairness, I don't think a lot of players want to hit it to Haworth's forehand either.
That is true.
6'4" of Haworth. Misses the return there, but he's got great wingspan, covers the court well. That was his point of emphasis coming into the 2024 season. It's Wazir, though, leading early on 4-3. Sprayed the forehand wide.
I thought Wazir was going to take that cross court there. Chose to go down the line.
Do you think he should have gone cross court?
Well, the way his body was set up, it looked like he was going to go cross. It may have just been a last minute decision to go line, and that's why that ball went a little bit wider.
Tried to go back down the line, couldn't thread the needle. I understand intimately about those last second decisions not paying off.
I was impressed with the coverage there from Wazir. I mean, he's making Haworth hit 2, 3, 4 balls more than what we typically see against Chris Haworth when he's really controlling that ball and controlling the court.
Five all here in game number 1.
I was just going to say, last minute decisions generally don't.
Anyone who has played this sport knows that all too well. A couple of uncharacteristic errors from Haworth. He struggled with that early on in game 2 against Ronan Cameron before dialing it back in.
Yeah, I think that last one, he potentially thought that ball was going to kick off the net cord from Wazir, so Wazir kind of throw his hand up after as an apology.
And then push the forehand wide, so Wazir a 2-point lead. 7-5 over the top seed. Oh, that's
nice.
just self-defense.
I mean, that's reaction time. Good hands here from Wazir.
Halfway through game number 1, the challenger, Wazir, up by 3.
Wazir just going for a little too much right there. But, Wazir doesn't lack any power either.
What have you noticed from his game? You said you hadn't seen him play. What's your assessment?
Well, I mean, the biggest strength is his court coverage and how well he moves on the court. He does have some power in that serve and in that forehand. I think honestly, like I said, the biggest strength is the court coverage and the ability to get so many balls back.
Over adjusted there off the net cord. 8 all as Haworth is battled back. Beautifully shaped ball from Haworth as he retakes the lead.
Yeah, just Haworth's ability right there to set up the body and give himself so many options and time to kind of read what Wazir is going to do. So Wazir take a half step toward the backhand and Haworth just rolls that cross court.
Another missed return. Haworth, the first to double digits. Forehand error.
A good return there from Wazir. Sharp angle out wide to the forehand. Even if Haworth makes that, then Wazir has got him on the run on the backhand side.
Really impressed with Wazir's touch.
Yeah, I mean that's an excellent job there of one, getting the ball down below the net, even on the ball that Haworth took out of the air. Haworth still having to hit up on it. I think Wazir understands he's not fully going to hit that passing shot through Haworth. That was a difficult decision there for Wazir.
And it gives Haworth back the lead at 11-10. That return just 8 Wazir up.
That's too good.
A little expression there from Haworth afterwards. Timeout taken by Wazir as Haworth has opened up a 2-point lead here later in game number 1. You want to find First, go to utrsports.net and select Join. After entering your email, password, and information about yourself, you will be asked your preference of pickleball or tennis content, or both. Next, you will be asked a few questions about your pickleball experience, the amount you play, your experience level, and your USA Pickleball rating to determine an estimated UTRP rating. You will then be given an estimated UTRP pickleball rating, and that is only the beginning. Find and play both recreationally and competitively near you. Sign up today at utrsports.net. UTR rating? Don't know. Haven't seen him before. Chris Haworth. Above 6 in his UTR rating, although that seems kind of low for Haworth.
Yes. I noticed that Haworth and Golden, their UTRP is both at 6, yet we have other players at 8.
Listen, that's why they say don't let the numbers fool you as Haworth puts the forehand into the net. Or lack of numbers. In Wazir's case, don't let the unseeded player fool you. He has come to play here in this men's single semi.
Well, and a lot of times with that UTRP, it comes down to number of matches played, and obviously the more you play, the better the consistency of the rating is.
Haworth moving Wazir all around the court.
Good cat and mouse there from Haworth. Another timeout.
Another timeout taken by Wazir.
Well, not a bad time to take it. Need to try and get the serve back here.
Haworth within 2 points of taking the first game over Amar Wazir in our men's singles semifinal. This has not been a runaway affair by any means. This has been very close. Wazir was leading halfway through. What has given Haworth the most difficulty?
Well, I think it has been Wazir's ability to get to a lot of the balls that are typically winners or even forced errors for Haworth. Wazir's getting to it. He's not only getting to it, but he's putting it back below the net. And it's really forcing Haworth to hit a lot more shots and a lot more balls than what he typically has to within a rally.
Well, what you're seeing here with Wazir being in the men's singles semifinal is the influx of talented players that keep coming to the game. They're raising the level. They are putting pressure on these more established, higher-seeded players. You take a look at the early matchups, the round of 16 matchups in this tournament. Some of them were ridiculous. You had Max Manthau and Will Howells going at it.
Well, one thing we're noticing is the depth of the draws, but yeah, both on the men's side and the women's side, there are a lot of unfamiliar, unknown names.
The familiar name took game number 1. Chris Haworth outlast Amar Wazir 15-11. He's one game away from punching his ticket to Championship Sunday.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
Since I've been using Leo Rubber, I've had way less problem on my AT band and hip. If I had to describe it in a few words, I would say it's a must, it's effective, and it's stylish.
At the Botanist, we always look further, seeing potential where others may not. We sustainably hand-forage 22 Isla Botanicals to make a beautifully balanced gin, capturing the essence of our Scottish island home, consciously crafted by our community to be enjoyed by yours. Look further.
Nothing makes a gathering great like Eggland's best eggs. They're just so delicious. with better nutrition too. For us, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's Best.
Welcome back to Championship Court. The top-seeded Chris Haworth took game number 1 over the unseeded Amar Wazir 15-11 in what was a closely contested first game, a nip and tuck before Haworth finally able to put it away at the end. What's the biggest adjustment you would like to see Wazir make in game number 2?
Well, come out here, try to get the serve back early, kind of cut down on a couple of the errors that cost you a few points there in game 1.
Oh! To it, are you kidding? That's where the 6'4" frame comes in handy.
Stop it, Chris Haworth. I don't think Wazir thought that ball was coming back right there. Oh, that's
roll backhand winner.
We're sitting almost down, like directly down the sideline there. That ball started off the paddle, outside the sideline, and shaped back in 10 feet, 15 feet.
Paints the line with a forehand winner. There's a reason Chris Haworth is the top player in the world.
Yeah, but I mean, typically you see the shape with like a tennis racket, something that can grab the ball. He's doing it with a pickleball paddle that, yes, has texture, but it's ridiculous.
That time couldn't quite bring it back in the court. Let's not forget that Haworth was a phenomenal tennis player as well. Only lost one game in high school, went on to a fantastic career at Oklahoma State.
Did we ever find out who that one person is?
Nice touch there from Haworth. That was smart.
That was a difficult shot in there, too.
That'll be our goal for the end of the 2025 season. Figure out who that one was.
I gotta start searching right now. Who is the one?
Brings a whole new meaning to finding the one as Haworth pulls the backhand wide. These two playing for the right to move on to Championship Sunday and face Grayson Golden, who took down Jack Foster in straight games in our first men's singles semi. Is that wide off the paddle of Wazir? Early 3-point lead for Haworth. Just too good. Opened up the court with a big serve. Easy put away. And a timeout taken here from Wazir as he trails by 4 here in the second. Trying to stem the tide so that Haworth doesn't run away with it. What is the key to Haworth being able to play so cleanly, so consistently?
Well, he never looks rushed. You know, his recognition and his understanding of the options that he's given based on the ball that's coming to him, the sequences that he's set up. You know, there's big time composure from Haworth on the court. You know, yes, there are times where he's kind of scrambling and having to kind of make adjustments on the fly, but typically what we see from Haworth is just the calmness and the understanding of what he's doing with each shot.
Women's semifinal singles action following the men. Megan Fudge, Judith Castillo squaring off in one of the semis. That'll be a good one. And then Sophia Suing going against Daria Walczak. Haworth continuing the one-way traffic here in game number 2. It's a 5-point lead. Oh, are you kidding? Just inside the line. Everything coming up Haworth.
Haworth was like, what's that sound I hear right now? But it kind of didn't distract him enough that he missed that blazing forehand down the line.
I mean, absolutely ripped it.
Oh, almost
finally missed a shot off the backhand side. It's still a 6-point lead. But Haworth was the most dominant male singles player on tour last year. 7 gold medals in men's singles. He won 5 consecutive tournaments at the end of the year.
Ooh, Haworth wants that one back. Just got a little tight into the body.
You certainly don't want to give away free points in rally scoring, but those are the kind of balls that don't hurt you as much with a 5-point lead and then a missed return. So rally scoring, this is what you were talking about earlier. It can snowball on you quickly.
Oh, the momentum swifts and swings and shifts. I just combined the 2 words right there.
You did.
The momentum swings happen so quickly in rally scoring. An excellent inside-out forehand there from Wazir.
This is how rallies happen. An error, missed return, a forehand winner. Well, Wazir able to get to it. A point, though, for Haworth. Backhand on the run is the patented Haworth shot.
Yeah, it's. I said this in his quarterfinal matchup. I would say that the backhand on the run, Haworth is just like, yes, give it to me.
With a two-hander, it's so hard as that forehand found the net. It's so much more difficult to go on the run with a two-hand than a one-hand.
Oh, yeah. But you can create a lot more angle and a lot more spin and shape with the two-hander compared to the one-hand.
Give and take.
Oh, we got it. Oh, stop it. Stop it.
Put it away with the overhead. Long point goes the way of Wazir.
I mean, the court coverage from Wazir right there. Again, we thought it's a winner for Haworth, and then Wazir gets it back.
Stays with
not only just gets it back, but a
quality
good shot.
And it keeps Wazir within striking distance, trailing by 3 here in game number 2.
That's pretty
well
good.
Played.
Just cups it, shapes it nicely, gets that ball to bounce, and no way for Haworth to catch up right there.
Haworth takes a timeout as Wazir has gone on a 3-point run to get back within 2. What's been the biggest difference over this run in Wazir's play?
Well, again, it's his ability to scramble and cover the court. We thought the previous point was done, and another point for Haworth, and Wazir gets it back, puts it in play, and then just a nice calm and composed forehand roll there from Wazir. I think probably the weakest part of Chris Haworth's game is his cat and mouse. And I would say Wazir has a leg up in that situation as far as how well he covers the court. If Wazir can get some balls down below the net, force Haworth to hit up on them and kind of control the court in that aspect as far as making Haworth move a little bit more, then Wazir has a chance to close the gap here.
Forehand winner. Haworth led by as many as 7. It was 9-2. The deficit is 1.
Stare down from Haworth right here.
Tried to go down the line, but found the net.
Good ball from Haworth. Stayed low enough that Wazir couldn't take it down the line over the highest part of the net.
Nice
good.
cut from Wazir.
Good control with the paddle, and yeah, the cut on that backhand just absorbs a ton of pace. No way for Haworth to really do anything once he got there. I was kind of just hoping to get it back over the net.
Tense moments here late in game number 2. Haworth 2 points away from moving to Championship Sunday.
Yeah, Haworth did not do anything with that overhead. I think it was an awkward positioning for him.
Another timeout taken here by Wazir, trying to put some ice on the top seed, Chris Haworth. This has been a very competitive match between Wazir and Haworth. Really impressed by what we've seen from the unseeded Wazir, and you get a sense for why he's been able to run through the bracket.
Yeah, I mean, I think if he continues to play throughout this year, we're going to see Wazir not only make some deep runs, but he has the opportunity to kind of be a mainstay. Well, I'm gonna backtrack on myself.
Okay.
Right? He has the opportunity to be a mainstay until players start playing against him more and they figure out a sequence for him.
And then it comes down to adjustments.
If he doesn't adjust, if he makes adjustments within his game as we continue, then it'll be interesting to see how he progresses through 2025.
Oh, forehand in the net, match point for Haworth.
So Wazir had that angle there, but you see how he gets on top of the ball and kind of uses the wrist to try to create that angle. Trouble.
Haworth tested, but he is true. He is moving on to Championship Sunday in straight games. We'll talk to the top seed coming up next here at the Humana APP Fort Lauderdale Open.
Introducing Persona IQ, the smart knee. Address your knee pain with a replacement that contains sensors which capture helpful information such as your range of motion, stride length, walking speed, and step count to ensure your new knee is performing at its best. It keeps you connected to your healthcare team so you can receive important reminders and personalized recovery guidance. It's not a GPS. It doesn't collect where you've been or where you're going. Persona IQ, a smarter way to regain mobility.
Looking for ways to keep active and mobile? Try Penetrex. Penetrex is different than other products with no greasiness, irritation, or unpleasant odors. Made with unique ingredients, it's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Penetrex, the #1 online rated joint and muscle cream.
And it's the 1 seed, Chris Haworth, making his way back into another Championship Sunday in men's singles. He'll go up against Grayson Golden. An excellent showing from Amar Wazir, pushed Haworth to his limit. And we'll throw it down to Dorian Kraft, who is courtside for Al Franklin post-match interview.
Thanks, Chad. Chris, congratulations. Another championship Sunday for you. What's the difficulty in playing an unknown quantity like you were in Amar Wazir?
Yeah, I know Amar's had good results in the past. I just haven't personally played him. So, I know he's going to be tough. He had great wins today, so I just had to come out, focus more on myself than what he's doing, and just make it happen.
What did you like most about yourself and the way that you played in the semi?
Same as earlier, I like the competitiveness. I don't know that I played my best today. The wind picked up a little bit, but just finding a way to win.
You took some time out, so your dad's over in your corner. I know you said it's the first time he's ever got to come out to watch you play. How helpful is it to have him in your corner and to be able to talk through situations?
Yeah, he was my tennis coach when I was a junior, so it's fun to kind of rekindle that side of our relationship in pickleball. Hopefully he's here more throughout the year.
Certainly going to be here on Sunday. Chris Haworth, congratulations. He punches his ticket to Championship Sunday. We still have two more to give away. The top seed on the women's side, Megan Fudge, in action after this.